short-chain fatty acids are important determinants of serotonin production.
Hello, Dr. Joe here. So, let me ask you one simple question. Do you suffer from low mood? Or do you suffer from frank depression? If you are one of those people who has either problem, we do have low moods every now and again, but if you are particularly having issues with depression, you want to really stay tuned and watch this video, because I want to share with you in this very video a hidden weapon that is not so secret after all. It's right there in front of you. It's a weapon that you can use to fight depression. Okay, so this promises to be exciting because it is not far-fetched. And you're going to see the link in what I'm going to be sharing with you shortly. But before we continue, by the way, just a quick plug. This is my book on managing high blood pressure with lifestyle approach. Links to get the book right below this very video. So we'll start the presentation by answering a simple question about some of the popular foods that we tend to consume. Let's get started.
So I'm going to be sharing with you 4 foods shortly, and we're going to work out what is actually missing in these 4 foods that I'm going to be sharing with you now. So let's go. What is food number 1? Well, white pasta is one of those foods. Bacon is another. White rice is another food. And pork is food number 4. What is missing in these 4 foods?
The answer to that question is fiber. And not just fiber, it is fiber related to the fantastic metabolites that we will derive from fiber metabolism. Yes, all of this happens in the gut. So here's the thing. People tend to worry so much about protein, They ask, oh, I'm not getting enough protein. How do I get enough protein? I'm not getting enough protein in my diet. Well, instead of obsessing about protein in our diet, we should be obsessing about fiber. And you may be wondering, what is the link between fiber and our mental health, in particular low mood or depression? I'm going to explain that to you now. The link is a little bit tenuous, but you are going to love this. Just please pay attention to what I'm going to be saying, and you're going to see the connection shortly. Here's how it works.
How it works is that the fiber that you consume in your diet, if you are eating any at all, and indeed you should, going by what I'm going to be explaining in this very video, especially if you are someone who's got mental health problems with low mood and depression. So the fiber that you consume in your food feeds your gut microbiome, okay? Feeds your gut microbiome. And in case you're wondering what our gut microbiome is, it's actually the collection of the bacteria that we have in our intestines, in our gastrointestinal tract, usually the colon. That's where these bacteria actually reside. So over there, the fiber feeds this collection of bacteria. And by the way, we've got millions and millions of these bacteria lying there. So, they feed on the fiber, and what happens next is that the gut microbiome, this collection of bacteria, they in turn make for us short-chain fatty acids. After being fed the fiber as food for them, they produce for us short-chain fatty acids. So you may be asking next question as to what's the benefit of short-chain fatty acids? A lot actually, but for the purpose of this video, just know that short-chain fatty acids are important determinants of serotonin production as well as serotonin balance in our intestines, okay? So these short-chain fatty acids, they help in the production of serotonin and serotonin balance in our gut. Now, here is a fun fact for you. 95% of the serotonin made in our body is actually made in our gut. These large intestines here, that is where the majority of the serotonin that we make, this is where it is produced, in our colon. Now, some of that serotonin doesn't just sit around in the gut, it actually gets transported to the brain. And over there in the brain, it gets to work there. Okay, so the serotonin doesn't just lie dormant in our gut, it actually has lots of functions in our gut, by the way. But some of the serotonin gets transported to the brain, and over there it gets to work.
So, how does the serotonin that is made in our gut get to the brain? What is the physical communication line between our gut and our brain?
Well, the serotonin that is made in the gut, in the large intestines here, gets to the brain through what we call the gut-brain axis. Okay, so there is communication between our gut and our brain, and that is what we call the gut-brain axis phenomenon. Now, it doesn't just end there. The gut-brain axis is actually the communication line between our central nervous system, so we're talking about the brain as well as the spinal cord, and our enteric nervous system. So the nervous system wrapped around our digestive system. So that represents the gut-brain axis, and there is a communication line. And what is that communication line? Well, it is the vagus nerve. Okay, the vagus nerve is what connects our gut to our brain. And how does this happen? Well, you need postmasters, you need messengers to carry messages from the gut to the brain. And these messengers are called neurotransmitters. Serotonin is one of those neurotransmitters. They are the postmasters, they are the messengers that carry messages from our gut to our brain. So these neurotransmitters are inclusive of serotonin. They mastermind the communication between our gut and our brain.
So, hopefully, you now understand the link between fiber consumption and serotonin production. You eat plenty of fiber. The fiber will feed your gut microbiome, the collection of bacteria that we have in our large intestines, the colon. And in return, the collection of the bacteria in our colon will make for us, after feeding on the fiber, they will make for us short chain fatty acids that will help us in making serotonin. That is the link between fiber consumption and serotonin production. Now, it also helps that you also consume foods that are high in tryptophan, because tryptophan is a raw material that is needed in the manufacture of serotonin. By the way, in case you're wondering what is serotonin, well, it is described as the happy hormone. It is the hormone, if you like, in inverted commas, that regulates our mood. It is not quite the same thing as dopamine. Dopamine is the other neurotransmitter, the substance we have in our central nervous system that gives us the feeling of high. When we feel high, if you complete a task and you're feeling good by yourself, then of course dopamine is released and it gives you that high. That is different from serotonin. Serotonin regulates our mood. The other tip I'll give to you is to expose yourself to as much sunlight as possible, because that's what's going to make the serotonin really available. By the way, the serotonin that we're talking about, the antidepressants that you use, this is how they work. They make the serotonin bioavailable. They stop the reabsorption of the serotonin back into the substance of the central nervous system, making it bioavailable for it to regulate your mood. So medications like Prozac, venlafaxine, sertraline, that is what they do. They make the serotonin bioavailable. That way it regulates your mood, it stabilizes your mood, you cope better. And you can do the same thing by consuming lots of fiber. And then of course, it helps as well if you're eating foods that are high in tryptophan, and so that you make enough serotonin. So there goes the link between fiber consumption, serotonin production, and of course the fight against depression. If you do those things and you eat foods that are high in tryptophan, I'm going to do a video to share with you foods that are high in tryptophan. Because I want us to wage a war against depression going forward. So hopefully you got some value from this very video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, please like the video, and also please share this video with your friends, your family, with your colleagues. If you've got any questions, any comments regarding the content of this video presentation, go ahead, leave your comments down below. That's it for today's video. Until next time, well, this is Dr. Joe signing out.